Hello, my dear Hyrox family. Oh, Alza, moin. Moin, Leute. Wer auch immer dahinter steckt. What's up, you guys? I am thrilled to see a whole bunch of people joining us for our new episode of 21 Minutes with. My name is Lisa Ramoshkat. I will be your host for this little show on this beautiful Thursday night. It's dark outside already. And my guest is in there already. This is perfect. Sarah Kholti. I'm probably gonna say Sarah just for, for the sake of speaking English tonight. She's going to be my guest, and she's not only won Hyrox in the pro competition, she knows all about fitness, she knows all about racing, and I'm so excited to introduce her to you guys. So let's go. There you are!
Woohoo! But I can't see myself.
You can't? I can see you.
Okay.
Oh no! That's a little weird, but just look at me then.
Okay.
You're perfect. I will start not my countdown, but our countdown. 21 minutes. Right now. So, Sarah, I already said basically your name, that's all we know. But the first question is not about yourself, but about who would you like to start a Hyrox double with any person in this world if you could choose?
So maybe with my own children, so maybe in 5 or 6 years. I knew in Hamburg they had a kids event, right?
Yes, exactly.
So maybe in some years it would be possible to do this with my daughter.
That's so cute.
Yeah, because last week we had the opportunity to do like with the Deutsche Olympische Sportbund, I don't know the English word, like a Sportabzeichen. So, and she ran 800 meters, and I talked to her. So start slow, and then you can sprint.
So that was a tactic going on.
She did really great. So I'm looking forward to.
Cool. How old are your kids?
So they are now 5 and 6 years old. But my daughter, she's going to be 7 in 2 weeks.
Okay, that's exciting. Well, maybe, until they might be able to compete in a pro race, maybe that's more than 5 years. But we will be waiting for them. All right, Sarah. Now about you though. Tell our community who you are, what you do, where you're from. Who is Sarah?
So I'm 32 years old. I was born in the eastern part of Germany, near Leipzig. There was also there was my first world record. And yes, now I'm living in Stuttgart because I'm married here in 2012. And so my first studies were I studied music theater, like opera and dancing and singing. So something completely different. But yes, then after having the kids, I was just doing fitness in a fitness studio.
Yeah.
And yes, so every year I wanted to have a sporty challenge, and I started with half marathons or 24-hour swimming, and so step by step. And it was by incident that I found Hyrox, and then I did my competition in the in Stuttgart, and I was winning. So this is how
I remember that. I I walked by, and it was a really good field actually. I don't remember 100% every one of the girls who were there, but it was like a whole bunch of girls that we knew before, and we knew who competed well. And I was like, so guys, what's your goal for today? And you would go like, yeah, I would actually, I don't remember if you said, I really want to finish top 3, or if you said, I want to win. I was
in my age group, yes. Yes, I analyzed the starter field before a little bit, and then I thought, okay, I want to be under the top 3 in my age group because when you see in the product division, there are normally not so many people, and then you see the birth dates, and then you can say, yeah, okay. But I never did a Hyrox. I did CrossFit a little bit, and I never did all the exercises in a row. So, and also my Beckenboden was after
I
the
don't know how
birth.
to translate that.
So I had some problems during the competition because it was quite hard for me because I wasn't used to it. But yes,
Interesting. Well, but it worked. You won.
yes,
So
yes. But the times they weren't so fast. I think it was an hour and 15 minutes, something like this. Yeah,
I don't
it was.
remember exactly. That's your task to remember
Yeah.
your own record.
Yes.
But that's so cool that you said you basically started fitness with setting one race for yourself each year. That's
Yeah.
very interesting. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about your personal relationship to fitness. How did you get into it? What do you like most about working out, or do you like running? I saw you do triathlons too.
Yes, I mean I grew up on a farm, and we were outside a lot of yeah, very much when we were children, and I always went to school by bike, so I feel more at home on a bike than in a flat. Or so
Yeah.
this is also the nicest thing for me when somebody says, okay, you have the whole day free or a 1 week, and a dream of me is also to do like a bike race over a week or something like this. For example, I also like ultra endurance stuff. Yes, but my
Oh,
background.
wow.
And then I was quite good in track and field during the primary school. But then I decided more the music way, you know.
Yeah.
But also during the studies of music theater, I did some runnings just to be fit. But during this time, I didn't do like CrossFit or something with weights. This just started after the birth of the
And
children.
that's so crazy because you have such an athletic body also. Like you don't seem to have started weightlifting only recently. That's amazing. How did you get so well with lifting weights and everything so quickly?
Mm, that was by incident because maybe you know the Les Miles fitness programs like Body Pump. And
Yes.
during those courses, I noticed that I don't have the technique to lift the higher weights. And also the coaches, they weren't fit enough to lift my weights. And then I decided, okay, I have to have a professional weightlifting
You have
coach.
to step it up.
Yes, and this is how I landed to with a CrossFit and
Yeah.
lifting coach. Yes, and so yes, with the CrossFit training, I did my first Hyrox competition. Yeah, but during this time, I also did like the 24-hour swim, or I once did a 3 weeks bike trip. So I really like more the stuff. This is on the
Endurance.
endurance. Yes. So I
I
always say
see.
Hyrox is more normally too short for me and too stressful. I like it more to do something like 10 hours or day by day by day. So this is why
Well,
I really. So my next goal is I want to do an Ironman. Yes.
wow. That's
So.
amazing. Oh, keeping my fingers crossed for you. But then tell us what's specifically for you, what's difficult in a Hyrox race? Because you've done them so well, you've won multiple times. You know how to do them. What's difficult for you? Or is it an easy Sunday stroll in the park
I mean,
already?
I have to say during my races in Leipzig and also was it in Essen? So when I'm in the comfortable position that I notice I have 3 minutes before the field, so I can really relax, and then I just do the 100 wall balls, and I'm not so out of breath or not so stressed to go to the finish line. It's more, I think it is also a mental thing. So
Yeah.
when I'm not leading and I have to really have to hurry, so this is not so easy for me. And yes, of course, I'm not a born runner. So also in a triathlon, this will be my most stressful thing for me and my body because I'm not so light. So I have to work on my running, but it's not a problem for me to swim 5 kilometers and to bike 100 or 200 kilometers in a row. It's more a problem to run a marathon. Yes.
But it's so interesting because there's no such thing as the perfect athlete, right? And I totally remember that we talked, I don't even remember. I think you sent me a voice message after listening to a podcast episode, and you said that you have experienced the situation that people would come up to you and go like, "Oh, you do a marathon." Well, yes, but especially they were talking about a triathlon, and they were, I don't know, surprised or not very supportive because they said you don't seem light enough to compete well. Plus, and like this, given this fact, plus you working with your mind a lot, how does that go together? How do you deal with people, you know, telling stuff from the outside? Does that bring you down or does that motivate you a little more?
I mean, in the end, it's motivation for me, but I have the same thoughts always on the start line also of a Hyrox event. I look around and I always think, oh, all the girls, they look more shaped. They have more muscles or something like this, I think.
Really?
So, and maybe it's also because of the Instagram pictures you have outside there. Yes, but yeah. In triathlon, I know I can do the mental endurance thing. I have no problem to swim 40 kilometers or something like this. This is what I know that I can do. And
That's so interesting though. So you're obviously, everybody's a person, everybody's human, everyone looks at Instagram pictures, but it's very interesting that that influences you at the race day on the starting line.
Yes, and it sometimes influences me because I'm with some, I mean, in professional triathlon, you shouldn't be too schwer, to have too much weight.
Yes.
Yeah, too heavy. But I'm glad that my coach says if you lose 10 kilos, you also maybe lose 25% of your power, especially on the bike, for example. So I think with the more training, I think fitness will follow the function. So if I just train the function, train what I want to do, and I never try to lose weight just to be thinner or something like this.
Yeah. Well, of course, also, given
but
the
also
fact
I have the thoughts sometimes maybe I should lose 5 kilos, something like that.
Well, but especially in your case, that would definitely mean losing muscle mass as well, because you're shaped, you're an athlete, you don't have extra body fat or whatever.
Yeah, and this is something I also had to learn, especially when I started to work with Julian, that he taught me I have to rise my protein, for example, and he also taught me that I have to eat more in general. Maybe every woman who wants outcome and to grow with power and something like this. So I want performance.
I like that.
Not shape or something like this. Yeah.
I like that, girl. You do you. All right, we got a little question in between, Sarah. Which other sport, apart from functional fitness, and let's say from triathlon as well, would you dominate?
I think rowing and maybe long distance swimming. So this is also a dream of me. Maybe I want to swim from Florida to Cuba, or through the Strait of Gibraltar, or you need from France to England, or the other way around. So this is also something this is on my mind. I want to do when the kids are a little bit older, or like your sister did, to row the Atlantic. And I think there are also races when you have to do this alone. I think this is crazy for your head.
Yes, and it's so interesting that you can imagine swimming like in the open sea with no security basically around, but you do worry more or less about other people starting in the same field as you.
Yes, I mean, in the end, I think my soul wants to experience like a limit, a human limit, or I want. This is what really motivates me, not to run against others. I mean, this is im Vordergrund, wie sagt man, in high.
Well,
Yeah,
it's more important, or it's
yes,
you know,
yes,
the main
yes,
part.
but I really want to do also things where I don't have competitors, other competitors, where I'm just me against the ocean or me against the mountains. I don't know. So that's what
Interesting.
I really like. So this is also why I like to do maybe 200 and more kilometers on a bike alone, 7 hours or something.
Wow.
This
So
is what I
would you
really.
say? Yeah, it's amazing. And then what would you say? What drives you? What is your main motivation? Because, you know, I sometimes really need a goal. Like, there's a Hyrox competition coming up in, I don't know, 5 months, and I want to put on some muscle mass, or I want to, you know, whatever, get just in better shape, or I want to beat my own time. But then you're very frequent, you're very disciplined all the time. What drives you on a regular basis? What drives you to go into the gym every single week?
I mean, now it's my long-term goal to finish to qualify for the Ironman as an age grouper. So, and this is a goal I set for the next 3 to 5 years, because I don't know what's going on with Corona and how the body reacts to the more endurance training. And yes, but I think in the future it's going to be more like project work. Or this is my wish, that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can do some of the things I want to do. And I think what motivates me is really this thing inside with the soul and myself, that I want to push my limits and learn about myself through sports.
Body. Yeah. Oh, I like that. I really do like that. I've never seen it that way, and I've been an athlete myself my entire life. That's cool. I need to think a little more about that, really. That's beautiful. Okay, next question. Which other athlete or person, let's say person, can be anyone, would you like to compete against sometimes? Doesn't have to be a Hyrox competition.
Yes, I mean, I'm always competitive. I notice this sometimes also in daily life. Who eats most of the peppers, or who, when we eat sushi, who can eat more wasabi, or who can eat an apple at the fast time. So I think I always have this inside me to compete. I don't
Can you
know.
eat more wasabi than everyone around you? Just asking.
Yes, most of the time, yes.
Good one.
I don't know. So the last days I watched the CrossFit online competitions,
Yes, yes.
and I think Tia Toomey and Matt Fraser, they're always training together. I think it would be fun to train with them. But
Oh, that would be
I mean,
amazing.
if I had the fitness level they have, and if I could do all those weightlifting stuff, which I can't, but
Well, but you can do all the movements. Probably you couldn't do the same weight since they're the two fittest people on this planet, but you can do all the movements. You could definitely do
I
this.
don't know. Yes, when I could choose some movements I could do, but I'm not so good with my upper body power, especially like ring muscle ups and stuff like that. So
Really
this is why I also decided that I can compete in CrossFit things, because it's too short for me, and it's also too much on the upper body power side. So
it's a lot of upper body. That's true.
Hyrox came, and also all this gymnastics stuff. I don't know
Yeah,
whether I.
like ring muscle ups. Yeah, that's true.
So,
CrossFit
and
is
I
very
also,
special.
yes, and I also like, I noticed I like it more to do those endurance stuff, to do things for hours and hours.
Yeah, so basically Hyrox is literally for everybody, right? You don't have to
Yeah.
be Tia Toomey, you don't have to be
Yeah.
Matt Fraser, and you can still, well, you're an amazing athlete, obviously. I don't want to downgrade you now, but you can still do an amazing Hyrox race and even win.
Yes. So,
That's that.
and you can also be a mother of two and have a
Yes,
job. Yes. I mean, I'm
exactly.
doing it on a professional level, but I have to say, sports is really high, has a high priority.
Priority.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
good.
think otherwise this is also a truth. Otherwise you couldn't achieve this. I mean, you have to look that you're sleeping enough, no alcohol, and
Yeah. But you
things
know,
you have.
if your goal, your vision is clear, you know what you're doing it for, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, girl. Coming to our little trivia quiz.
Okay.
We only have like 1.5 minutes left of our 21
Woo-hoo.
minutes, but it's all right. It's all right.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Yes, I will. Actually, the winner of those 3 questions will be able to give away a free starting seat for one of our upcoming Hyrox races, so you better play hard. But you're competitive. I would definitely lose against you eating wasabi, so.
Yeah.
What do we got here? What is Canada's national sport? A, lacrosse, B, ice hockey, C, basketball, or D, football?
Lacrosse?
Is it lacrosse?
I don't know.
I think I remember that we had
Because
this question.
they also have a French part, but I don't know.
But ice hockey is like so obvious. I'm going to go with ice hockey.
Yeah.
You're going with lacrosse? Let's see.
No, you're right.
You're right. Oh, I totally destroyed it. But it's A. It's lacrosse.
Yeah!
Good for you. All right. That's smart. That's smart.
I mean, but Canada is not in ice hockey. But there was some ding in my mind.
How do you define a national sports then? Oh, well, I'm not sure about that. Next one. Which of the following countries has no vocals in their national anthem? Oh, I think I know this one. Luxembourg, Greece, Denmark. We're gonna finish anyways. Luxembourg, Greece, Denmark, or Spain? No vocals, like keine Strophe, kein Text. No lyrics in their national anthem.
I'm lost.
Luxembourg. Pick one. Luxembourg. I think it's Spain. They always stand there and just go like ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
It's Spain. It's Spain. So this is a draw situation. Last one, deciding one. All right. In American football, a touchdown is worth how many points? 5, 7, 6, or 3?
I don't know. Do you know?
I'm jumping between 2, but you go first. 5, 7, 6, or
7.
You go with 7. I think it's either 5 or 6, because the field goal gives you either 1 or 2. But in the end, if you do the touchdown and the field goal, you get 7 points. So, fuck. I think. Oh, can I swear in here? I'm gonna say 5. No, it's 6. Damn. Damn shit. Yeah, so it's a draw. But I'm going to give away the seat to someone in your community, obviously. Yes?
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Alrighty. Even though we didn't, perform too well in this quiz tonight. All right, Sarah. One last question before you go, though. This is my favorite question in the whole interview every single time.
Okay.
What is your most awkward sports moment or moment as an athlete?
Can I tell you? The first one is I was in the 2nd grade and it was my first swimming competition, my first and only swimming competition, and I fall down from the start block before the start.
No.
And
no.
in front of everyone, and I was so nervous. Okay, and the second one, we were experienced together. It was during the world competition of
That's
Hyrox,
true.
world championships. Yes, in Amsterdam, when I just lost my. Yes, I was overpacing, and I felt it also maybe some rounds before, but I was pushing myself too hard, and
Yeah.
it wasn't so nice.
So it's
But
always important to listen to your body to make sure you don't do what you
yeah,
want, but what you actually, can.
yeah,
That's good though. All right. The first one is pretty funny though. Falling off
yeah,
the starting block. Oh God. But you
yeah.
didn't hurt yourself, did you?
No, no, but
No.
it was so, I was so embarrassed.
Embarrassed, yeah. Well, but you did finish anyways, didn't you?
Yes, I finished, and yeah, I did some other races
Was just the
afterwards. So
start.
yeah, yes.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh man. All right, Sarah, thank you so much for your time. Those were my questions. The 21 minutes are over. This was fun. We
Thank you
learned
for
a lot
having me.
about you.
Yeah,
Of
thank.
course. We can't wait to see you and your daughter. I think you said your daughter first because she's older, competing
Yeah,
at some Hyrox event, maybe a mixed double with
yes,
youth and adults.
yes, maybe.
New division.
Yeah, yeah.
So cool. Have a good night, girl. See you very soon and stay
See
healthy,
you.
okay? Bye
Bye bye.
bye. All right. Guys, this was another episode of 21 Minutes with, this was Sarah Kholti, our first German record holder, world record holder. We are going to upload the video obviously afterwards so you can enjoy the full experience again. We have 2 more episodes left. We have season 1 of 12 episodes. So I really hope you will join us for the last 2 ones as well. Have a good night. My name is Lisa Ramushkat, and see you very soon.